Hey folks, Adrian Amos here from Synergy Technical with another tip. Today's focus is on practical separation between work and home life. Right now we are obviously all at home. We've been here for 11 to 3 weeks and there's no end in sight depending on where you are in the world. So it's actually really super critical, and I know we've talked about this in some of our other Synergy videos about how we maintain that separation between work life and home life. I will tell you that my family relies very, very heavily on a correctly published and accurate and up-to-date calendar. But we're not an Office 365 family. At home, we are principally a Google shop. My wife and I rely very heavily, like I said, on Google Calendar. My son has his own Google Calendar. My daughters have their own Google Calendars. Even the dog and the cat have their own separate Google Calendars. So it's super important that we know who's got to be where and when, because all days bleed into one now. So what we try to do very carefully is whenever there's something that is going to be impactful from a work perspective on what the shared family space will be from a home perspective, we try to make sure that everybody is fully apprised of that. I cannot reasonably give everybody at home access to my published work calendar. I do actually keep a published copy of my work calendar so that I can view it as an overlay on top of my Google Calendar.
And you can see that I can come over here and I can just turn it on, turn it off. So I can see very clearly what my work life looks like overlaid with my home life. Now that's great.
But I actually have also leveraged Microsoft Flow, or now Power Automate, to help me maintain that separation between work and home life.
If I look at my flows here, we actually have built-in capabilities to simply build a flow from Office 365 into Google that says basically anytime I have an out-of-town event, it's going to pop up on my Google Calendar. Now I don't want every single thing to pop up on my Google Calendar. So what I've done is I've gone in and I've built, like I said, a super duper simple flow. If I come in here and I look at the actual edit, or if I edit the thing, I'm going to see that I have two things happening. One, when an event is created, then what? A set of conditions. If there is a location and it is not null, it doesn't say Richmond or Teams meeting or virtual, then it's going to come in here and it's going to create an event on my Google Calendar. Now I want to be very careful here because I don't want to expose customer information. So the only things that's going to get copied from the work event to the home calendar are the name of the event, the actual location, start and end time, no descriptive information about it at all. So I'm able to maintain a separation between work information that should be published and personal information that should not be published. Now to see this in action, I actually have gone into my calendar and I'll turn off my work calendar so you don't see it right here, but you see I have a 3:30 meeting scheduled for Tulsa, Oklahoma with my good buddy Alan DeYoung. Now Alan's computer is over here and he just sent me this information, but he also sent me a meeting request for 4 o'clock. Now if I come and actually open up my Outlook calendar here and I switch very quickly to calendar, so you can see I have a 3:30 and a 4. One is scheduled for Tulsa, one is scheduled for Teams. And it's the use of that Teams meeting, as I showed you in the flow, that causes it to not show up on my Google Calendar.
And that has made it possible for us to maintain a very clear separation between what is work, what requires space in the house for work, and what is personal and where everybody can be involved and we can all have a happy, great time here in isolation. So I hope that helps you out. It's certainly saved us a lot of confusion and trouble. Hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much.